Oh, hi, Mark. So why specifically project management and leadership?
Because that's what the book is about.
Why is the book about that?
It's a made-up tale.
The 7 sacred lessons from the School of Hard Knocks.
This one was invented by a writer.
I learned the hard way. Actually, it was a good learning experience.
It's a total fabrication. It never happened.
It's the Hard Knock University podcast, where real talk meets real lessons, and we all graduate with honors in the School of Life.
Wretched, isn't it?
Hey everybody, Mark Caples here with the Hard Knock University podcast. This is a little bonus episode. What you're about to listen to or watch on YouTube is a clip that I recorded while I was getting ready to record the Fatherhood Exclusive Podcast with Jay Burke. I was autographing some books and just kind of collecting my thoughts and just kind of talking to you guys on the camera. Then I forgot that I'd recorded it and never released it. So the episode is out now. So go to the Fatherhood Exclusive Podcast, wherever podcasts are available, or on YouTube, and check out the episode. And check out the rest of Jay's work on the Fatherhood Exclusive Podcast. It is all solid gold. If you're a father, you should be listening to Jay's podcast, period. Anyway, without further ado, enjoy the clip and enjoy this little bonus episode. Be sure to check out the Hard Knock School of Project Management anywhere books are sold. And don't forget to tune into season 2 of the Hard Knock University podcast coming soon, where we're going to be breaking down the leadership and project management skills of various movie villains. We will have an episode with Jay Burke. For Father's Day, we're going to do a Guardians of the Galaxy episode. So check that out. And in the next couple of days, there will be some more of the remix episodes from season 1. So enjoy those as well. All right, guys, be sure to tune in. Hey everybody, Mark Caples here, the Hard Knock University podcast. A little bonus episode here. I'm getting ready to do a guest spot on the Fatherhood Exclusive Podcast. I'm going to be talking about being a father. So I'm going to maybe talk a little bit about that while I'm trying to collect my thoughts and think about, what exactly I'm going to say and talk about on the podcast. And meanwhile, I thought I would, catch up on signing some books. I've got a couple of orders in for autographed copies of the Hard Knock School of Project Management, 7 Hard Lessons I Learned the Hard Way. And so I got to sign some of these and get them put in the mail today. And so I'm going to do that while I just kind of talk into the ether at you guys about my childhood and, how I approach fatherhood today. I don't want to spill too much because I do want you guys to tune into the Fatherhood Exclusive Podcast and listen to the episode. Let's see, get some autographs in. I might need to cut some of that out. Y'all probably don't want to just watch me sit here and sign things. So if it's edited funny, that's why. Anyway, it says, Johnny, thanks for your friendship and keeping me motivated. Mark Caples. Some of these are a little jacked up. Kindle direct publishing through Amazon is cheap. But you know what? Who cares? It's not like I'm going to be a New York Times bestseller. If somebody gets it and complains, I'll send them another copy. It says, Donnie, I'm rooting for you. Mark Caples. Marty, thanks for your support. Your friendship means the world to me. Mark Caples. The autographed copies going in the mail today. Super stoked about that. I want to thank everybody who has ordered the book, whether you've ordered it directly through me, whether you got the autographed version or not, or if you ordered it directly through Amazon. Doesn't matter. All of it. I see it all. I see you. I appreciate you. You guys, it means the world to me, guys. I never had any grand illusions about being a New York Times bestselling author or anything. And I had even less expectations about how well the podcast would go. But the YouTube channel's doing really good, Honestly, like the actual listens, like on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, are pretty low. They're about what I thought they were going to be. But the views on YouTube are exceeding expectations. And I'm just baffled. You guys blow my mind. I can't believe the support that you guys are giving me. It fills my heart. Wholehearted thank you from me and from my family. We sure appreciate you. Fatherhood, man. I have to be careful and I have to dance around it some because there's a lot of trauma in my childhood and most of the people involved in that trauma are still alive. And it's like I can't really talk about it, Maybe when some of those people kind of, pass off to the next world, I can open up a little bit. But for now, just got to lock it up in here. And honestly, children have an amazing ability to compartmentalize and just kind of erase some of those bad memories. So I have forgotten a lot. There's a lot of things like I have vague memories about in my childhood that I've just kind of tried to forget. And it's worked. I have these vague memories, but the actual details are hard to conjure up. It's weird. And as I've been getting more into writing and telling my story, I've tried to drum up some of those memories, and it's been a challenge. It's been difficult. But and then some of them, there's so much personal information that, people bury their past. Very few people. I admire the guys that, go to prison, come back, like Shaka Senghor in that book. I forgot the name of the book, and it's not back here behind me because I loaned it out to a friend. But, he talks about going to prison and then coming out on the other side and turning that negative into a positive. And a lot of people just want to bury their past and act like it never happened. And I don't think that's healthy at all. I think you end up with a lot of narcissists that way. I've seen it. I know people that I know their past, and it's not talked about. And they try to pretend like they're this, person. And sure, they've changed. There's no doubt about that. They're not that person anymore. I'm not that person I used to be. But the difference is I don't try to pretend like I never was that person. I own my mistakes. And I will, on a one-on-one conversation, you and I can sit down and I'll tell you all about all of the dumb shit that I did when I was a child or when I was a young man. I'm not going to air it over the airwaves. Not yet, because people will use it against you. And that's why people hide from their past and try to bury it and pretend like it never happened, because it can be used against them. And it's unfortunate that we live in this world where we don't value people that have made mistakes and learn from them. I do. I didn't go to a big, Ivy League college or anything like that. I dropped out of high school and then went to college. And then I dropped out of college and I went to go swing hammers because I saw early on that there was going to be a huge labor shortage because everybody was like, oh, you don't want to swing hammers. You got to go to college. And then I saw some of the people that were in college and I'm like, these people are fucking idiots. And I don't have to take the same route that they're taking. I don't need what they need. They need this. I don't. I have skill and talent and know-how, and I'm a good carpenter, and I can go work as a carpenter for a little while, move up into the management world, and before you know it, I'll be, a big deal in the construction industry. And it's working. It's working out exactly like that. I started my own. First, I worked for other people. I learned tile from one of the best. I learned house framing from one of the best. The housing crisis hit, and I started learning remodels from one of the best. And then I started my own company, Brothers Remodel and Design, specializing in luxury kitchen and bathroom remodels. And I learned from my mistakes. I made a lot of them, and I learned from every single one of them. And I shut that company down and I took a job as a project manager for a company that is, as of today, number 47 on a Pro Remodeler's Top 500. And I learned a lot from that company too. And I wrote the book based on all of the hard lessons I learned the hard way. And there's no reason why we should dismiss that form of education. That whole form of going to, the hard knock university instead of some Ivy League university is today still looked down on, and it's not right. It's not fair, but it is what it is. The world's not fair. And that's one of the hard lessons that you have to learn the hard way sometimes, is that equity it's not realistic. It never has existed. It never will exist. We're never going to live in that utopia. We can strive towards it. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that we have to just accept the world as a shitty place and live in the dark ages. We can strive to make the world a better place, but we have to live in the real world at the same time. And in the real world, a lot of people are good, hard workers and very smart people. I read at a college level when I was in middle school, and still I'll read. I know very few people that read at the same level that I read. I read a book a week, and I know very few people that even read a book a year. You know what I mean? People are so adverse to reading. It blows my mind, especially in a world where Audible is right there. You can drive down the road and listen to books and have them read to you instead of having to sit down in a quiet place and read. I get that. What I don't get is in today's world where books are so accessible to just pretend like, I'm not a book person. Why not? You should be a book person. It's not a hard thing to do, and it'll make you a better person. Anyway, that's my opinion. Again, I'm not going to spill too much about my story as a father just yet, because I do want everybody to tune into the Fatherhood Exclusive Podcast and listen to what I have to say whenever it airs. I don't know when it's going to air. More to come on that. Stay tuned. Keep listening. Keep learning. Together, we can learn from each other's hard knocks. Good night, everybody.